Seneca's got left, but tonight they got to worry about the Romulus Warriors.
They feature Mary Ellen Guerry averaging almost 13 points a game and Sadie Mapstone averaging over 11 points a game. They have 4 players averaging between 5.7 and 6.6 points per game. Brianna Gorlick, Emily Masteller, Kira Woody, and Emma Voorhees. South Seneca features the Shawless girls at guard. Kelsey averaging 11 points a game. Her younger sister Skylar 9. Emily Lavarnway, ferocious rebounder, state pentathlon champion, averaging 10 points and about at least that many rebounds. Mackenzie Kenyon, leading scorer, Finger Lakes West Player of the Year a year ago, averaging 15 a game. And Bailey Mingus.
And we are getting ready for our national anthem, which is going to be performed by Romulus students Murphy John, Scout Hansen, and Marissa Voorhees. And they are doing the national anthem on the flute tonight. It's 3 girls doing the national anthem on the flute.
I want to thank those young ladies for that great job, and we'll be back with high school basketball action after this.
This is Eli, and these are his 2 older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Save and look, Eli.
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go! Let's go!
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying Therascar immediately can help erase those memories one scar at a time. I'm Dr. Michael Gray.
Starting lineups about to be introduced here.
Well, Dave, I really enjoyed the alma mater that Romulus just did with a big Romulus at the end, and great job by the girls on the flute and then singing the alma mater. It's really a throwback night down here in the south end of the county, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far.
It's funny, too, with these games. Different people turn up. Kyle Allen, longtime Romulus graduate of some years past. Steve Veeder is here with his lovely wife. Starting lineups, that's Jenna Guerry, Gorlick, Ashlyn Calabrese. We told you the starting 5 as it's been for a couple years. By the way, the Shawless girls, one's graduating. That would be senior Kelsey. But there's a sister, an 8th grader, exceptional ball player on the JVs, who I wouldn't be surprised that teams up with Skylar next year on the varsity.
Absolutely, yeah, she's a tough little player. And from what I've been told, and I have seen her play once, the youngest is the toughest. There's another one coming.
Well, they're all tough.
I walked in with Romulus grad Dave, now I'm going to forget, Dave Cornish. I almost said Dave Barnick. Romulus grad Dave Cornish. And him and his wife, and they talked back about on the way in about this is the 70s, the parking lot's full, the gym's going to be packed and warm, and so everybody getting a kick out of it. Like you said, it's just a who's who in the basketball faces of the south end of the county for sure. Both from South Seneca and Romulus in the gym.
It's more fun for everyone when you have a good crowd as well.
We talked about it with the Minders Newark game last week. When we played at Newark in their bandbox of a gym, it was like this. The crowd's right on top of you. It's loud. You can feel them. You can hear them, and everybody's into the game. It just creates such a great atmosphere that even our boys who are state ranked in Seneca Falls don't get the same feeling. That you go to a home game, and the Newark game was good, but it wasn't a real active crowd. So to see this is a great experience for the girls, and I'm sure it was more of the same when it was in South Seneca the first time, Dave. I think the game you were at.
I didn't go to the first game.
One. Okay, all right.
But I was telling the Hunt brothers just how impressed I was with the effort by South Seneca and Minders in the girls matchup between those two teams a week ago.
Yep.
They really laid it out. And we're about ready to start it off. South Seneca, scramble. Romulus has it, and now South Seneca has it. Now Romulus has it.
You shouldn't start any other way. Romulus in possession, South Seneca in a 1-2-2 zone. Romulus very active on the offensive end. Got a little travel here by Mary Ellen Query. And the nerves certainly going to get to the girls early on. Expect both teams to make a couple mistakes. South Seneca with a little bit more experience, a little bit older of a team. Obviously, they've been in situations like this before. I give them a little advantage with that, but I give Romulus a nice little advantage with this home court.
Forced pass there, a turnover, and Romulus comes down. Nobody scored yet, just underway from Romulus. Dave Barnick along with Kevin Kay, and knocked out of bounds. Turnover, Romulus.
So that's 3 turnovers and 3 possessions. I'm excited to see Sadie Mapstone play, Dave. She's a Minders Academy girls lacrosse player, the best player on the team, one of the better players in our program's history. She's a heck of a lacrosse player, and now I finally get to watch her play a little hoops.
Well coached. They have that little trap going outside. Lavarnway gets it inside, looks, tried to pass it out. Shot clock down to 10. Shawless, swish, three-pointer.
She doesn't miss many, Dave.
Skylar.
This is a heck of a shooting team you're watching in South Seneca Lady Falcons. They got a lot of girls that can put up the 3 and put it up and hit it consistently. She's one of them.
Minders did a nice job of limiting any fast breaks. And answering right away is Calabrese. Was that also with a 3?
Yeah, and a quick timeout by Coach Damon Nicholson here. Probably to remind the girls, you can't let the Shawless kids get lost on the arc, and we got to find them.
This live presentation of Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball is made possible through the support of Generations Bank, with locations in Auburn, Farmington, Geneva, Phelps, Seneca Falls, Union Springs, and Waterloo. Be sure to check out their mobile banking app or visit them online at mygenbank.com. And visit Red's Place, serving great lunches and dinners daily in downtown Seneca Falls. Awesome daily specials, homemade soups, the best burgers and wings in Seneca County. Visit menshalloffame.com or check out Red's Place on Facebook for their full menu. Well, they changed the three-point
Romulus
basket
is
to a
foot on the
2.
line, so it's 3-2. Calabrese's shot looked good from our angle, but from another angle, she must have had a foot on the line. So 3-2 South Seneca.
Kelsey, right side, Mackenzie Kenyon inside. Lavarnway lost it, but picked up by their teammate. Now Skylar fires another 3. Bang!
2 threes to start off for Skylar Shawless. Great job by her by getting the looks on the arc.
And as good as she's shooting, the one girl I wanted to highlight even before she comes into the game, a real gunslinger, Hannah Podgorny. Has got a great shot. Has not saw a shot she doesn't like as we have a Romulus foul. And played some key minutes off the bench last year. And will be a key performer down the stretch for the Falcons this year and next year. I'm sure she'll start alongside senior Skylar Shawless, who fires for 3! 3 in a row from long distance for Skylar Shawless.
It was hot when we get in here. She's just turned it up a little bit for everybody. 3 for 3 to start. 9-2 South Seneca. Great start by Skylar Shawless for South Seneca. Someone came to play, Dave.
Skylar, the junior, averaging just under double figures. Here's a steal by Lavarnway. Picked off by Skylar. Right side to sister Kelsey. Loop it into Lavarnway. Emily, turnaround. Yes! She went to the bank after hours.
And that's something when Lavarnway couldn't do against Minders and Heidi Miller. And Romulus a little bit smaller tonight. Doesn't have the size inside to keep up with her. So I look for her to have an explosive night on the blocks.
Critical time, even though it's early for Romulus, because they come off, they're on a 2-game losing streak. And their arch rivals, who they contested all the way to the buzzer in the last game, have a big lead early.
Well, you can get the South Seneca basketball field more than anybody. You think they got something to prove after the 2-point loss last time? Or
yeah.
You think they're just out here trying to win?
I think they want to make sure.
I agree with you.
And there's kind of a knuckler going up. When you think knuckleball, you think baseball.
That's right.
And I want to congratulate the 3 honorees. I don't know if we'll talk baseball much tonight. Interesting subject. But I remember my son and I met Pudge Rodriguez.
Oh, did you?
For an autograph some years ago. Inside feed and knocked out of bounds. Good play defensively.
Yeah, great block by Calabrese coming from behind. Shawless didn't expect her, but out of bounds.
Skylar would have had yet another 2 points. Inside feed. Lavarnway too hard. Rebound. Shawless gets banged to the floor. No. Kelsey whip it around the corner. Mackenzie Kenyon short. Rebound out to Bailey Mingus, too hard. Rebound Lavarnway dominating inside, and she'll go to the line, which was not her strength against Minders, to say the least.
Yeah, I don't know how she normally does, but watching the Minders game, that was really an Achilles heel that South Seneca couldn't worry about going down the stretch roads through sectional play in states, that she's got to improve on that free throw shooting.
Good arcing shot, but too hard off the back iron. Yeah, she had missed something like 9 shots from the foul line in that game. She had 20 rebounds. And I thought made the most impressive play of the game from either team. I don't know if you recall it, Kevin, as she dips. And that's way off. I think jump ball called. Where she chased down a player from Miners. I didn't think she could. Made the block, picked it off, and set off the fast break.
Yeah, she's a hustler for sure. And that's just too easy in there. They just don't have the size to stay with her to contend. They're just on the inbounds running a quick lob play to her. There's nothing, there's no screen. She just takes a step back, lob up, and she's gone to the foul line. She missed the both, but then she just got the easy basket there.
Lavarnway with 4. We got a Romulus timeout, 13-2. And we'd like to tell you to bring on, this is not me speaking, I'm just reading this. Bring on the ice, the cold, and the snow. It's the 3rd annual Finger Lakes Frost Fest at the Geneva Lakefront Ramada Hotel, coming up on February 4th. An adult celebration of winter in the Finger Lakes. Frost Fest 2017 features outdoor ice sculptures, ice bars with specialty Frost Fest martinis poured through an ice luge, live music, indoor food tastings, shuttle service to and from downtown parking areas to the event, and spectacular fireworks displayed from the city pier. It's the winter event of the season. Tickets are $25. It can be purchased at Geneva YMCA or online at www.brownpapertickets.com. Might be 55 degrees on the weekend, I heard.
Yeah, it's going to get warm like it is in here tonight. And nobody's warmer than Skylar Shawless from the Arc. If you just joined us, 3 threes to start the quarter off. Romulus has all it wants right now with South Seneca, and the next couple minutes are even bigger as this league grows. Our freshman, Kiara Woody's checked into the game. She gets the ball underneath, up for basket. A great athlete. Father was an exceptional athlete, Joe Woody. And
Geneva's Joe Woody?
Yep, that's right. And she has been on the varsity team all season. She's having quite a little year for a freshman. Big free throws here.
Misses the free throw. They're all big now. 13-2 already. Your score. 440 first quarter.
And Dave, we've been remiss to mention our producer, Jim Sinacropi, who was supposed to be with us tonight, banged his head before the game. Had to go to urgent care. He's getting stitches now. So.
Well, you gave out more information. I was respecting I was respecting the HIPAA rules, Kevin.
You know, people are worried about Jim. They want to know, the fans want to know where he is, why he's not here. So we got to get out all the facts before rumors start. Jim Sinek will be all right. Stitches at urgent care, and we wish him the best. If he's listening, he hasn't texted me that we've screwed up anything yet, so we must be doing all right.
Kelsey Shawless, the senior, at the free throw line, makes the first. I think there's a possibility this gym could be renamed after our leader, Jim Sinek. Here's Lavarnway with the putback off the Shawless miss of the second free throw. So she has 3 field goals and 6 points. And right now it is a romp. And this crowd, which came in big numbers for both schools, but Romulus hoping to
pull the upset.
Yeah, and exert themselves. Kind of wondering what happened. We got a foul on Bailey Mingus inside, the unsung hero from last year's state championship team. So certainly losing no starters from last year, losing 4 through graduation after this season. But they'll still have a pretty good nucleus of players.
Yeah, they will. But, you know, these 4 seniors are going to be tough to replace.
That shot, I think that was Calabrese with a bucket.
I think that was Voorhees off the bench, Dave.
Okay.
And assisted by Mapstone.
16-5 your score. Kenyon going to drive it, lost it. Stole it back. Stop and pop. Shawless didn't get that one. Too close. She'd hit 3 threes. Trying to bounce it in there. It's knocked out of bounds. And,
yeah, it would have been a real nice pass if she had slipped that in. Here we go, the replay from Mapstone. We'll get it. Nice little pass there to Emma Voorhees with a nice soft touch inside.
Driving shot by Woody, no. Rebound deep. Romulus from the corner, can't get it to go, and Lavarnway skying for that one, Kevin.
You know, the thing that, it's early in the game, but the thing that I think I'm most impressed with is that Romulus scored 66 points against this team last time out. And you know, maybe they're struggling a little bit, so I expect them to heat it up a little bit and start knocking down some of these shots.
Lavarnway has her shot partially blocked, picked off by Romulus.
A big play by Emma Voorhees inside.
Their defense
contesting the shot of Lavarnway.
Despite that nice block, their defense looks kind of passive against.
Yeah, there's definitely more of an
intensity
to South Seneca's defense than there is Romulus' defense. You know, South Seneca's really up and Romulus is bothering them. But I will say Query's doing a good job handling the ball and Mapstone against the press.
And I think they just called Bailey Mingus for a second foul.
Yeah, they got a trip.
And that could bring Hannah Podgorny right off the bench in a hurry. Did they call a foul or not?
I'm not sure.
No, maybe a warning for.
No, it was a foul. They called a trip on Mingus, yeah. It's her second.
So that'll send Calabrese to the line. Doesn't get it.
Romulus has got to make these foul shots here early on to keep them afloat.
Dave Barnick along with Kevin Korzeniewski, the Hunt brothers, Dennis Leahy, also here doing the cam work. 1 out of 2 for Calabrese. And we have substitutions.
Hannah Podgorny's checking in the game.
Yep, and Brianna Guerri.
For Romulus.
And they dropped off that press.
So sophomore in and Guerri, and the freshman in and Woody. So Romulus with some young kids on the floor right now.
Lavarnway has it stripped.
I like this Query girl. I hope we're saying her name right. Query or Query?
Query. Her mom was a nice athlete.
No, I'm talking about number 5, Mary Ellen Query, not Brianna Guerri. The Query girl, I thought's playing hard for Romulus at the point guard. She's getting her hands on a lot of different balls and, you know, kind of looks to me like their leader already early on.
Driving through the lane, trying to make something happen, stolen away, and fighting for the loose ball. Who's got it? South Seneca, Podgorny, bounce pass, Shawless, yes! Kelsey,
great
nice
fast
feed.
break by South Seneca. Good feed and a smart play by Woody not to commit a stupid foul there.
18-6. Still 2.5 minutes to go. South Seneca had a big offensive night against Romulus the first time, but so did Romulus. The case not the same this time so far. But there's a South Seneca foul on Kelsey. Or excuse me, on Skylar.
Yeah, and with a win over Minders, South Seneca and a win here tonight will be the kings of the county for sure, Dave.
You know, I have to have one criticism of the Shawless girls is I finally got them straight last year because of Kelsey's fluorescent sneakers, and now their sneakers are almost identical.
Well,
but we're close enough that the numbers should tell the story. 1 out of 2 for Brianna for Romulus, 18-7.
yeah, 1 out of 2 for all 3 trips to the line for Romulus. That's not going to get it done tonight. They got to start making double foul shots when they go to the line.
South Seneca calls a timeout. We'd like to tell you that Finger Lakes Partners has insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Trust someone who lives in your community. With offices in Geneva, Waterloo, and Victor, visit Finger Lakes Partners online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. And Penny's Place Family Restaurant is located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Excuse me. Well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salad bar, and wraps for lunch. Want a great meal while pinching a penny? Come to Penny's Place. Check out the menu at pennysplacerestaurant.com. And we thank them and all of our fine sponsors, bringing high school sports possible to you on Finger Lakes 1.
Great steal by B. Greary.
Oh, and a foolish reach-in foul
Great
by
play.
Shawless.
Now you can introduce her mother, who was a heck of an athlete down in South Seneca.
Heidi?
No.
Who's mother?
Mary,
oh,
Greary.
yes,
Yeah,
Mary
Heather.
Ellen.
Not Mary Ellen, Brianna's mother.
Yeah.
A big steal by Brianna Greer. She's going to shoot 2 here. She's got to make these 2 foul shots, though.
And the foul shooting has been that they made.
They're 50% clip right now, you know?
That's
And they've been going to the line a lot. They just got to make 2 instead of 1.
Brianna gets the second one. 18-8, 10-point lead. So despite the quick start, 10 is certainly not insurmountable. And that's what Damon Nicholson, I'm sure, will be telling his troops and has been. And here's a bad pass. And a layup is too hard off the glass, and then a rebounding foul on Romulus's Guerreri.
Yeah, Mary Ellen wants that one back. She's feeling a little bit. That would have been a big layup. There's a great steal, good anticipation to steal by her, but just doesn't come up with it on the other end. And a shout out to Jim Sinacropi, who's getting 14 stitches right now.
Wow.
Just got his tetanus shot. He checked in. He's watching the game on the radio.
How did you get? He just told you that?
He was listening to the game. He heard me talk about him, and he shot me a text.
Podgorny shot,
But
no.
obviously a severe cut on Jim's head. You know, that's 14 stitches. That's a lot of stitches.
Deep rebound.
Might have to get my hair cut.
Wow. You might need to let it grow just to have a little padding there. That's really too bad. I'm sorry to hear that, and we trust he'll be fine.
Yep, and Romulus back to the line again. This time, Mary Ellen, who hasn't taken any, is going to give her shot at 2.
South Seneca has cooled off. They've had some pretty good opportunities that haven't fallen in the last couple of minutes, but Romulus not converting on a whole lot of the foul shots.
They've missed 5 foul shots already, and if they're not going to make all of them, but you throw 3 of them up there, 18-11 looks a lot better than 18-8.
Good point. And
Second
nice
one's good.
form by Mary Ellen on that second shot. 18-9. The Shawless girls bringing it up court. 22 is Skylar. She with a hot start. Now they give it to Laverno, wants to drive, throws up a runner too hard, but she draws the foul.
Good challenge there by Kiara Woody, but I think she just should challenge instead of trying to block that shot. She got up there. She has the athleticism, was in her face, but just stay in her face and see if you can make her miss a shot and then keep her off the glass. Try not to put her on the line. But as we've seen Dave and talked about already, she struggles from the foul line as well.
Yeah, I just think she's unsettled as she's even adjusted her form shooting during contests now.
Yeah, and with a decent, they could foul her in crucial times coming down the stretch. So I'm sure she's working hard at it. Just got to get the field down.
And she's 0 for 4.
Doesn't look bad. It looks good. You know, and then against Minders, she missed 9, I think, and it looked good every time.
Like 8 in a row, too. Here's Romulus open for a bomb. Doesn't get it, though, and a rebound. Balameni, who's in the game. Mackenzie Kenyon hasn't scored yet in this game. She's
quiet.
on the bench.
Don't leave her open.
Skylar Shawless, that one just too long. The rebound fought for. Emily had it. Damon Nicholson. A couple items about, first of all, I want to thank athletic director and all-around nice guy Mike Payne for his hospitality here tonight. Thank you, Mike, for all of that. We appreciate it. Spoke to Damon before the game, and he asked if I remembered interviewing him at the Rochester War Memorial after, as a player, he had come
Dating
up.
yourself, Dave.
Here's Shawless. No. They had upset Notre Dame of Batavia, which is a good basketball powerhouse in Section 5. I did ask him what year that was, as we have a Shawless steal. 1982, Kevin.
Just a couple years ago.
10 years before big moments in Seneca Falls.
Yeah,
Balameni
that's right.
shot, fadeaway, no. So South Seneca looked like they might score
7
25
seconds
or
on the
more.
clock. If they can get a 3 here.
From the
ball.
hip, it's an air ball, and South Seneca will have 1.6 seconds.
Yep. I like the shot. I mean, there's, you know, she got a good look. She got it up. She was under control. She just didn't get to go.
That's Danielle Gorlick. And at the buzzer,
Holy
that
cow.
one almost went.
That was a baseball throw. Almost full court. Now, this full court's a little smaller than most, but Kelsey Shawless had almost nothing but net on that full court toss.
Well,
And last year,
That's
I remember,
right.
was it Kelsey?
yes.
It was.
And we'll be back with second quarter action after this from Romulus.
This is Eli, and these are his 2 older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Say good luck, Eli.
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go! Watch out!
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying Therascar immediately can help erase those memories one scar at a time.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
We hold on to the things that really matter. Welcome to Generations Bank.
One quarter of basketball's history. South Seneca looked like they might run away and hide. And had Romulus been a little more proficient from the foul line, what a pretty move by Mary Ellen Guerry. Her first hoop of the night, and it's just a 7-point game.
Yeah, she's playing hard, though. I like how she plays. You know, she's just got a spark to her. She's a very athletic kid, and a lot of fight in her.
And there's Shawless answering Skylar again. She's in double figures.
She's
with
got 11 to 20 here. She got off to a hot start, hitting her first 3 threes, really giving South Seneca a big lead. Romulus is now hanging around.
Looked like one of the NBA's best on that. Isaiah Thomas with the drive.
And
you know that the Celtics played the Knicks in Boston last night. Isaiah Thomas had 39 points. The Celtics had 3 turnovers the entire game.
That's impressive.
The Knicks were without 2 starters, and the Knicks won. Figure that one out.
That's why I don't watch the NBA. I can't figure it out.
LaVarn Way on the perimeter now. Good defense by Romulus. Turnaround jumper. Emily is good.
She's killing them inside. She's got 8. Shawless has 11, team 22. Those 2 kids are with a hot shooting. LaVarn Way inside. They just can't stop her.
Little zone action by South Seneca. Quick shot, no good by Romulus. And here comes Mackenzie Kenyon. Throws it up court. And
yeah, just a little bit too much sliding. But again, there she is on the ground, Mary Ellen Query.
nothing wrong with that kind of hustle.
Gotta love the hustle. But they're doubled up right now, Romulus, and they got to start making some of their shots on the other end.
Mingus, cross court, stop and pop. Kelsey Shawless, no. Rebound, Lavarnway, no, not that time. Again, her rebounding is just dominant. Here's a steal, could have been a foul.
Yeah, I think she gets away with a lot. Lavarnway, she plays so
Kenyon, no,
ooh,
but a foul, and she'll shoot a pair.
I think I would have called the charge there. I thought Curry had pretty good position. It was good hustle, putting her body in front.
I think you're 1 out of 2.
50-50
I
there.
think they missed it down there, but I think they got it right there.
Call. Well, I told Tommy Marino I'd be nice, so I'm not going to say anything. But, yeah, Lavarnway gets a little out of control at times, and she seems to get away with a lot.
Just ferocious.
I love the coach.
Her energy is tremendous.
I love the coach her.
Mackenzie on the board, leading scorer, Finger Lakes West Player of the Year a year ago. Senior. And doesn't get that one.
Yeah, they got over the back here, not on Lavarnway, but I think they could have gotten either one, but that one was on Mingus. Mingus.
And that's
Mingus
2 on.
That's her
2
third,
or 3.
I think
Yeah,
that's her third now. Yep. So she'll check out of the game, and it looks like Jenna McDonald will check in for her, the sophomore guard.
of course. Romulus has had some noted McDonald's.
Yeah, I was wondering if there's
successful.
any of the relation down here in the South End. I know the McDonald name's big in Romulus, but we got a McDonald checking in for the enemy tonight.
Here's a stop and pop.
Nice
Guess
shot.
who? Skylar Shawless on fire here in the first half.
Yeah, playing with some fierce passion out there. I mean, she really wants this game, you can tell. Just seems to be playing a little bit harder than anybody else.
Throwing up a bomb. It's an air ball, and Romulus gets it. Shot clock at 15. Here's a shot from way deep. Doesn't go. And here's Kenyon looking down court. Will keep it herself.
They're getting the shots off, Romulus, versus the zone. They just can't seem to put it in the bucket.
Shawless, stop and pop. Bang! 15 for Skylar.
A one-man wrecking crew out there right now.
And she is the team's 4th leading scorer, but not tonight.
Yeah, she doesn't look like it. She looks like the league's leading scorer tonight.
The Motts, Heather Mott, head coach of South Seneca, 2 hard off the glass. Lavarnway all over the Windex lady.
She gets every rebound, Dave. I don't know if I'm exaggerating. She gets every rebound.
I should
defense
share.
and offensively.
Seems to. And Bailey cleans up what she's.
Right, and that's what I say. Obviously, she doesn't get every, but just when you watch her play, it seems like she's the only one rebounding out there.
And Shawless almost had it there. I don't know if you remember this story from a year ago, Kevin, but I referred to her many times as the Windex lady for cleaning the glass during that great postseason run.
Yep, I remember.
I contacted the Johnson company who produces Windex, and they sent a letter and some Windex wipes for me to present to Emily.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
It is.
Now we got to get some Therascar to send some lotion over to Jim Sinacropi for his new 14-inch scar.
That's very quick, Kevin. Driving to the lane, too hard by Skylar. Emily has her shot picked off. And here comes Guerri the other way. Lost it, scramble, who's got it? Players on the floor. And one of them is Lavarnway, who came up with the basketball. 27-11 halfway through quarter number 2.
Looking through the roster, it looks like Romulus is going to bring back a core of their players, too. They're going to lose guard Sadie Mapstone, who was a heck of an athlete out there, and guard forward Emily Masteller, and everybody else, Quincy Banks, everybody else will be back for Coach Damon Nicholson's team. And this is great. These, whether they win or lose, this is great for him and this crew going down the road next year when South Seneca graduates so much.
Yeah, it's the contrast between the squads as Lavarnway inside. No, but she'll go to the line again.
Yep.
What I was about to say, Kevin, we'll have the boys' game tomorrow night. We also see the Upstate Orange. Boy, the Orange have been getting squeezed a lot this year, Kevin.
Yeah, they have. It's been a rough one. Not looking like they're going to make the NCAA tournament.
That
10 teams from the ACC, and Syracuse isn't one of them. I never would have thought that.
That form was excellent.
Yeah,
but
she has good form. She's long a lot, though, Dave. She's really long a lot, hitting the back rim all the time. She's got to take a little off it.
Will Chamberlain used to actually shoot. He tried all kinds of things, including shooting from a foot or two farther back.
Right.
She might want to try that underhand motion. They talk about that in the
I'd
NBA.
rather have her take a step back. But, yeah, the form isn't bad. She's just a little hard every time. So we got out-of-bounds play for Romulus. Had a cutter there.
27-11. Here's a nice shot, or a nice move, but the shot wouldn't go.
They can't buy a basket, the Warriors, tonight. So, yeah, there is a contrast, Dave. I think you're referring to a couple minutes ago. Tomorrow night you're doing the boys doubleheader. Two of the bottom teams in the league as opposed to two of the top teams in the state.
And that's putting it about as mild as you can as Mackenzie Kenyon. Nothing but the bottom of the net. A long 2.
Oh, they called it a 2? I gave her a 3. But, yeah, another long 2 that
and a quick timeout
on the line.
Well, Therascar and 5-Star Medical Corporation is a dye-free, fragrance-free medical-grade product that improves the appearance of scars and aids in the treatment of cuts, burns, acne, eczema, and psoriasis. Learn about the benefits and why people here in the Finger Lakes are so excited about Therascar at 5starmedicalcorp.com.
We test that right out on our producer and owner, Jim Sinacropi. He could use all the makeup he can get.
We could start calling him Capone.
It could be an ugly scar he might have. So we'll have to see what Therascar and Seneca Falls can do for him.
That's an unfortunate incident that we're making, jesting about a little bit, but we certainly hope he's feeling as comfortable as possible given that tough break he suffered earlier. 29-11. All South Seneca, the number 1 ranked team in the state who was given fits in just getting by Romulus early in the season. And their shooting has cooled right off. Not hers, not Skylar Shawless, her 4th 3-ball of the night.
She's going to remember this one for a long time. Whatever she does the rest of the game, whether it's just a first-half performance or not, but 18 points so far, just taking it at her rival.
And here's a steal by Kenyon. Looking down, finds Jenna McDonald. Baseline jumper short.
South Seneca getting to the bench. McDonald getting some action. And also into the game, 31, Jade Parsons for the Lady Falcons.
She is just a sophomore.
Again. Skylar. That's square.
She's feeling it tonight.
Man, impressive. Very impressive. And she's just got that look in her eyes that she does not want to stop.
32-11. And Romulus looks kind of ruffled.
They do. They're getting good looks. I don't think they're rushed. It's just they're not getting anything to fall, and there's where you see the 11-point output. Not a lot you can do about that.
I went up as Kenyon in trouble, forced it up, no good. Rebound Shawless, a little jump hook, no, but she draws the foul. I went up to the South Seneca Dundee game about a week ago, not knowing, Kevin, that Dundee didn't have a JV team. So I got there, and what I thought would be the middle of the JV game was the middle of the varsity game.
Oh,
the
varsity game started
48-7 when I was there, and
Ouch.
The final score was something like 86-18. Felt bad for him. 2 out of 2, nothing but the bottom of the net for Skylar. And 4 3-balls, 3 2-point field goals, and 2 out of 2 from the line. 20 in the first half. Here's a shot around the rim, won't go, and a rebound Parsons. Kelsey will direct traffic. 1:10 remaining. To Parsons. Give it back. That's what you do.
Feed the fire.
That's right. Inside.
Nice.
McDonald
pass
with a lay-in and the foul.
Great shot by McDonald.
Who made that entry pass?
Well, Shawless' sister, Kelsey Shawless, made the entry pass, and I was just about to say
the other Shawless.
The other Shawless.
The senior Shawless.
And we're making a big deal out of what Skylar's doing from the arc, but Kelsey is doing a lot of nice things too. I mean, she plays smart, she handles the ball, she passes well, and not to be overlooked, by a point performance. But the sister having a great game out here tonight with a lot of steals and assists.
Well, she, of course, was the MVP in the state championship run a year ago.
And that's what I love about this team is just they come at you from so many different angles, and they play so hard. Both these teams, even Romulus, who has 11 points, is really playing hard. And both a reflection of their head coaches, who I think are two of the more outstanding head coaches in Section 5.
Steal by McDonald, down court. Kelsey Shawless, lay it up and in. Well, that parking lot may empty out sooner than expected, the way things have been going.
I hope somebody give me a ride to my card.
You got to stick around, I'm told.
Oh, that's right.
Here's the shot. It's an air ball. Rebound Ramos, but lost out of bounds. So with 30 seconds left, 28-8 exactly. It's 39-11.
Yeah, not the contest we expected or hoped for sure.
I was thinking maybe a double-digit victory by South Seneca,
I saw
but
somebody
not this.
from your end today, and I said, I think you win by 14, 15 points, but I didn't think.
Not each quarter.
Yeah, that's right. Now, let's not get too cocky, Dave. We've got a lot of Romulus.
Remind me to ask me about Dennis Leahy when we have a break. It's an important point I need to stress. Podgorny doesn't get it. Rebound Parsons. She has her shot blocked.
Keep the ball high. 5
seconds remaining. And steal by Shawless. Oh, just shy at the end of that quarter, too. We have come to the end of the first half. 39-11, South Seneca all over the homestanding Romulus Warriors. And we'll be back after these commercial breaks.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. Therascar by 5 Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, Therascar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. JIMMER'S Auto in Stevers Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Welcome back to Romulus Gym here, where the Lady Warriors are down 39-11 to rival South Seneca Falcons. We are just enjoying the duck toss here at Romulus High School, where, if you can see now, the South Seneca fans get their shot at throwing a duck into a hoop at half court, and I'm not sure what the prize is, but it's great cheap entertainment anyway, as Jim Sinacropi likes to call it from home. Can't beat the ticket price. I think we got 3 in there. But I'm going to run down the first half scoring. First for the leaders, South Seneca Lady Falcons, Jenna McDonald with 2. Kelsey Shawless with 3. Emily Lavarnway with 8. Mackenzie Kenyon with 3. Skylar Shawless with the hot hand, 20 points in the first half. She's got more than half for the South Seneca Lady Falcons. On the Romulus side, it's not a lot. They're held to 11. We have Mary Ellen Query with 3 points. Ashlyn Calabrese with 3. Brianna Guerry with 2 points. Emma Voorhees with 2. And Kiara Woody with 1. Now I'm interested to see what happens here with Damon Nicholson's Romulus Warriors. They're down 39-11. They're having trouble keeping Skylar Shawless out of the scoring column. She's got 20. She's really attacking the zone. She's getting a lot of good looks from the arc. And inside, he went to man. He's got to deal with and contest Emily Lavarnway, who's also having a big night with 8 points, and they just don't have the size to keep up with Emily inside. So as I watch this first half and Dave Barnick rejoins us here, the one thing that stands out in my mind of watching is the first time these two teams played, Romulus playing at a much better clip, 68-66. I just don't see where Romulus gets their scoring from with 66 points, and maybe they're just an off night. But, here we are with an 18-point lead. I'm sorry, 18-point lead. You got to do the math for me.
28.
28-point
Where'd you
lead.
go to school?
Jeez, I don't know, Brockport.
You don't teach math,
talk
though.
about
You
finance.
teach
No,
physics.
I wanted to teach math, but as you can see, I'm trying to do it all on the fly. When my
Weren't
partner leaves me at
Weren't you
halftime, I'm
supposed to
trying
ask
do
me
everything.
about somebody?
I was supposed to ask you about Dennis Leahy.
So,
I think you wanted me to.
I asked Dennis.
Our
he came
cameraman.
in.
He's working the cameraman tonight
Great job.
on the end of the court for us.
And I happened to ask Dennis, I said, are you coming to, have you been to the South Seneca Gymnasium? He said, right off. The most beautiful arena
He did.
that there is around.
Well, he's a South Ender. He lives in the Romulus zip code, I think. So he's a little biased, probably. There's a great emancipator. He's here enjoying it home on his college break. Lincoln Backman Lowell. They could use him tomorrow night.
The great emancipator. Again, and, speaking of get well wishes, which we sort of sent out to our fearless leader, Jim Sinacropi. Tom DeSanto, a good friend of mine, Mr. Tom DeSanto, recently had some surgery I can relate to, the back. And I want to wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah, absolutely a speedy recovery. I'd like to give a shout-out to my son.
Yeah, I'm going to –
who's
you go
watching
now.
the game right now. It's 39-11.
What's his name?
You got it, Will. And he has got to get to bed. It's over. I try to tell him when these games, he thinks he just said Romulus is going to come back. The game is not over.
Well, you stay up. It's just showing your support of your dad. I think you should be able to stay up for another hour anyway.
Well, there you go, Will. You got another hour, according to Dave Barnick.
Some comfort food. For me, it was and still is graham crackers and milk. It's one of my favorites.
Lactose-free for Will. So
almond milk.
there you go. We got the almond milk.
So
now my wife's ready to kill you because she's probably trying to get him to bed.
How old is Will?
He's a 7th grader. He played this year for Coach Jason Hunt, who's behind us producing tonight, and they had a heck of a record, 12-2 in the 7th grade circuit over in the Finger Lakes East.
Is he a player?
League champs. He's on the team. Just kidding, Will.
Dad was a player. Yeah,
Will does a good job. He's starting to shoot it a little bit. He's not afraid of the arc for some reason.
Dad's teammate, of course, I haven't seen Matt all season, have not had the opportunity to work a game with Matt. Great teammate of yours. But Jerry Anderson, another superb teammate, and Pat Prain, who helps out at Minders. But anyway.
Coached the game the other night, Pat Prain. Took over and coached the game. Nick Ciotti was sick, and Pat Prain is now 2-0 as a varsity head coach.
I thought, congratulations, Patrick. Nice guy. Well, young son I would see at the chiropractic college once in a while.
He's 2 years younger than my son. Yep, Jacob.
But I thought Jerry had his girls so pumped up for that South Seneca game. And did they get back defensively to prevent any breakaways?
In his squad right now, and I follow them a lot. My daughter's on the JV team. Shout out to her, too. She's probably listening. Caitlin, hi. And watching her friends out here play. She's in the program with Sadie Mapstone and friends with Kiara Woody and played some softball with these girls. So I know she's home watching. But Jerry's done a great job with the girls' basketball program. The girls are playing extremely well right now. They're really putting the hammer down in the Finger Lakes East. I don't want to jinx them, and I'm sure not too many of his girls are watching now, but I look for them to come out with a Finger Lakes East title. They play hard. They play together. They shoot it well. They got inside out. And watch out for Minders. I thought they could have easily won that game in South Seneca a week or two ago.
I know that gentleman. He's a art teacher here, I believe, at Romulus. And
You sure he's not a guitarist for maybe Striper?
He's a big basketball fan.
David Coverdale? Can't think of his name.
Delane would know. I want to say a special hello to Delane, who had been under the weather until I got it. I apologize for that. But I did want to mention today is a special day for my in-laws. It's their anniversary. Would you want to render a guess on how many years they've been married?
70.
You're close.
Wow, that's a lot.
67 years.
Jeez, that's a long time. God bless them.
67. So
Big
Carl
shout
and
out
Betty
to them.
Smith. Yeah. This game, 39-11.
What do you think, Dave? I already ran down the scoring while you were gone. I think the biggest thing for Romulus is they have to do a better job of stopping Schuyler. I'm not sure if they can hold Lavarnway off the boards in the point production tonight, but I know they can do a better job of trying to find Schuyler Solace on the arc. But again, with this South Seneca team, let's say they focus on Solace, and now you start to leave, her sister open or Kenyon open, and they can hurt you. So they got to find something, and they got to put the ball in the hoop. And the South Seneca fans there on the TV.
And of course, they miss foul shots. Emily has missed 6. She has 8 points with 0 for 6 from the foul line. If she made 4 of them, she'd be in double figures with 12, but 20. And that was the talk as I was passing through the gymnasium at halftime. Just that she's been phenomenal. And there's a good chance that despite her sister Kelsey graduating this year, that she'll be playing with yet another sister next year.
Yeah, she's an 8th grader. Arguably, I think the JV team's most talented kid, but she does a good job of ball handling. And I'm not sure what South Seneca brings off the bench because the 2 games I've seen them, I haven't seen it too much. But, yeah, there's a good chance her sister could be up next year. You might see 2 Shallaces on that team. For sure, not next year as a 9th grader, but obviously as a 10th grader, no doubt.
Jim Mason. Thank you, Leanne Fox, Leanne and Ray. Ray, longtime teacher and coach at South Seneca, streaming the game. We appreciate that. And Jim Mason was that gentleman.
It wasn't David Coverdale from Whitesnake.
Going to any concerts? There's some big ones coming up.
Yeah,
this year.
I am.
You look like a
just talked
Tom
about
Petty
it.
guy.
I like Tom Petty. I like Tom Marino better, but Tom Petty's good. And
you changed so quickly from what you had been saying for the last hour, and then he comes over here for a minute.
Yeah, I got. While he's in earshot, I got to give him a shout out. But we just talked about. I'm a Dave Matthews fan, and they just got announced.
They just announced that.
We're gonna head up there again this summer with some friends to Dave Matthews and Tim Reynolds. I'm waiting for a show. I wanted to go to the Bad Company out at the casino. Looking forward to some of their shows they have going, but nothing that's really tickled me too much. But I'm sure they're lining up great shows after great shows out at Del Lago, and can't wait to get out there for the first time.
Emily just swatted the ball out of bounds. I think if you're Damon Nicholson, you're telling you guys, don't look at the scoreboard. Let's just try to win this quarter. Let's get a good start to it and see what we can. We know we can do well against them. We have before. That shot won't do it. Missing from outside.
Quick shot. Not sure if it was the best shot, but again, I haven't seen Romulus play a lot, so I'm not sure where they're coming from. I read the Finger Lakes Times. I'm about to cancel my subscription because I can't get a box score for any game.
I got to tell you about Joe Brewer here as the shot went through, and I missed who scored that.
I was getting out of your way so you could slide over a little bit.
But Joe Brewer's pet peeve is the one you just mentioned, the lack of the box scores.
Lack of box scores in the Finger Lakes Times killing me. And, I get those Finger Lakes Times for the local sports coverage, but they're just not getting it done this year.
Inside feed, Kenyon,
nice
pass by Kelsey Shawless.
Kenyon with 4-0 run to start the half for South Seneca as we try to get who scored that first basket, but we'll go back to it.
We're going to credit Bailey Mingus on that previous basket. I'll trust Jason Hunt's watchful eye. We want to thank Jason for stepping in on the production here.
Gets the call out tonight. quarter to 6. He had to go to the bullpen.
He's going to be the color guy tomorrow night. He better be prepared to talk a lot, given the condition of my voice.
Nice
Pretty step-through move by Mary Ellen Query.
I was going to check at halftime if it's Query or Query. I can't figure it out, but I got busy there with my
You're saying
leaving
Query is a mystery.
Query is there you go. Clever.
Left-hander shot. Not much arc by
Mapstone
Mackenzie
out.
shot. Mapstone has it swatted. Never giving up.
Never. She reminds me of last week we did a game in Seneca Falls. We got Newark Minders, and Newark's got a kid, Ben Coles, and they play very similar type games. They're just all over the place. Love having a kid like that on the team.
Turnaround jumper, no. Bailey Mingus kept it alive, and it's knocked out of bounds by Romulus in their home white uniforms. Blue numerals, black trim. South Seneca in their traveling Pittsburgh Steeler-like black and gold uniforms.
So
you got picks for the weekend?
1-3-1. Romulus switched to, and a little bit of a mismatch on the tie-up between Query and Lavarnway, but Query's right in there. He's not afraid. I like watching this kid play.
Now, Mingus and Shawless are also related to another Mingus, young lady at South Seneca, as Kelsey with a 15-footer, nothing but net. And she's on the wrestling squad.
Oh, wow, good for her.
45-13.
Yeah, just Romulus just outmatched right now by South Seneca. Shooting, defensive intensity all the way around.
Yeah,
you know, Romulus has a couple kids playing well, but South Seneca's 5 on the floor is always playing well, all 5 of them.
And you kind of wonder, you would not know, based on what we've seen tonight, how it was such a closely contested game early in the year. Mackenzie Kenyon driving it, laying up, no, short, but a foul.
I'm puzzled, Dave. It's one thing that's really keeps sticking out in my mind is how it was such a close contest. But, you know, that's either A, a great shout out to Romulus getting the most out of what they have and Coach Nicholson the first time, or B, a shout out to South Seneca who's just playing a great game tonight.
So Mackenzie Kenyon, I mentioned this in the postseason last year. You see her shooting her shots left-handed.
Yep.
And yet she's a star shortstop who throws the ball right-handed on the softball team. 1 out of 2 at the line for Mackenzie.
Wow, that's interesting.
It is.
And she's got a good shot, too. Nice stroke. It's not a, you know, she's a good shooter.
46-13. I see Granddad Tom up in the stands next to his daughter, Mackenzie's mom. And
now, going down the stretch last year, Dave, if you can reminisce or remember, did Lavarnway ever get in foul trouble with the way she plays? Or did, you know, because to me, if they lose her, they're going to lose a lot of rebounding and defense.
Well, Bailey Mingus in at least one game stepped up rebounding-wise. I looked at the stats that I found on the line today, and Mackenzie's the second leading rebounder this year, but the 3 of them together. And that was Gorlick at the line who made 1 out of 2, I believe. 46-14. There was one game I think about everybody was in foul trouble, but I think the most scintillating game of all was that game against the Buffalo region. Hey, a miss by Shawless, by Schuyler, but she gets it back. 20 first half points for Schuyler.
Yeah, it's really quiet in here. Nobody really left, Dave, I noticed at halftime. We talked about that, but the gym certainly has been quiet since the first minute or 2 of the game.
Yeah, my good buddy and South Seneca teacher, former classmate Joe Brewer here, has about every time I talk to him about basketball, he mentions that box score situation that you brought up.
Yeah, you know, I've looked at it since I was 16, 15, and in the last couple of years, the Times doesn't do a good job of getting it in there, and for whatever reason. But
and those fellows do a great job. Tough circumstances, a lot of sports to cover.
Yep.
Great guys, Mike Cotillo, Alan Brignall. Here's Emily Lavarnway, no, but she'll go to the line and try to break that streak. Yeah,
let's see if she can make some here. You know, to your South Seneca, what do you work on? hey, here's a good opportunity for you to improve. And Emily getting to the foul line, see if she can make a couple free throws this half.
You know, a couple of years ago,
There it is.
it was all about track with Emily. And the crowd was one of their largest
they did
eruptions
like it,
since the first quarter.
Yeah, happy for her that she made it. Another pentathlon was Lincoln Lowe. Lincoln Backman Lowe was a great pentathlete. So he got 2 of them down here in the south end.
High arcing shot. Again, just a little too far, but she gets the steal. Now it's a tie-up.
Yeah, she is not afraid to mix it up with anybody.
47 to 14 as we approach midway third quarter. Mary Ellen Query. Slapped around. She's going to drive. Throws up a runner. Doesn't go. Bailey Mingus clears the iron.
South Seneca slowing up the pace a little bit. There hasn't been much scoring by either team this half. 8-3 in the quarter.
Bailey can't get it to go inside, but Lavarnway is there. No. Her next opportunity. Boy, has she worked.
Rodman-esque.
Don't you love
I do. I like watching her play.
that
I like
effort?
watching her clean the glass.
I'll tell you, as McDonald's in there throws it up, no. Skylar Shawless to the floor to keep possession with the Falcons. Corner shot, Mingus, little head fake, stop and pop, no. And here comes Romulus finally. Boy, you can't give any team 3 or 4 opportunities. Jenna McDonald said, who, me? As Jade Parsons re-enters the contest, Emily Lavarnway gets a nice hand and she'll get a breather.
Kiara Woody into the game for the Warriors. And for the first time tonight, I think it's Ciara Steele.
Here's a runner in the lane. Nice looking move, but it won't go.
Now, she's got a bright future ahead of her. Kiara there, Woody, as a freshman here in Romulus. But just not their night tonight.
Working around the perimeter. Mingus looks for the cutter. Nothing there. Out to Shawless. Doesn't look for a shot. Has it. Oh, gets knocked down. No whistle.
I thought it was a good no call.
Yeah, I think you're right. And then sister Kelsey.
There.
Well, that's Kelsey.
Taking care of her sister.
That's right.
That's right. I like it.
Oh,
Against Minders, they
it's
were
all
arguing
right
each
for
other.
me to beat you up, but nobody else can touch my
That's
sister.
Right. They were arguing a little bit at Minders. I thought that was cute. I said, geez, my brothers and I would have killed each other on the same teams.
Well, you get inside information because of one of your colleagues.
That's right.
Is that
That's
right?
who I was talking to today about it a little bit.
Well, she had a tough time with 3 older brothers in the household growing up.
That's what toughened her up. Mapstone, 2 out of 3 from the foul line. Getting her first points this half. You should see this kid play lacrosse, Dave. If you ever watch girls lacrosse, this kid's tough.
Pretty good, huh?
Her stick skills are unbelievable. And she comes over to Seneca Falls to play. Because they don't have a team here in the in Romulus, so she comes down and plays, and thank God for Coach Foster, Sadie Mapstone, because she's been a blessing for his program.
They're really denying Skylar as McDonald shot. No, the shot this half, and to her credit, has not forced her shot.
When they miss, they get the rebound, Dave. It's just too much.
Inside feed, McDonald gives it to Parsons, and she gets hacked in the act. Well, as we look ahead here, in fact, we can probably put up the schedule of upcoming games soon. Tomorrow night, of course, it's South Seneca boys hosting Romulus.
Now, that last time they played, did Romulus beat them?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
it was close.
But
Warriors.
I think they each have 1 league win, and that's it.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting game for the locals tomorrow night. Won't be as well attended, I can tell you that. Parsons makes the 1 of 2, right?
Well, she made them both.
So you made them both. Good foul shooting by the sophomore, Jade Parsons.
Sophomore.
Sophomore, tall kid.
She was on the varsity as a
Last year,
freshman,
correct?
didn't play
Yep.
a lot of minutes,
Yep.
but no doubt got toughened up from practice.
She's a good athlete. She played softball down with the Seneca Falls kids a few years ago, and I remember her being a big, strong, athletic girl.
And if perhaps her grandparents might be tuned in. Jim Vangaleo.
Shout out to the grandparents. Jade getting a lot of playing time tonight.
Shot from the corner. Oh, nearly went in.
Nice pass.
Here's the breakaway. Jenna McDonald lay it up and in.
That's a great pass by Skylar to get the ball out of her hands that quick. Out to Jenna McDonald for an easy basket, but that doesn't happen without the heads-up play by Skylar Shawless.
We got a timeout on the court. It's all South Seneca, 51-15, and Dr. Littlejohn and his outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn is proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod online at littlejohnortho.com. And Ferrara Lumber has been delivering the highest quality service to area contractors and homeowners in the Finger Lakes since 1959. Start planning your next kitchen or bath remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. We thank all our fine sponsors here on Finger Lakes 1.
Got to get some more sponsors from the South End, Dave. We do all these games down here. We see if you can get out and pound the pavement down here on the South End for us next year. There's a shot at Dave Barnick. Another basketball. I see that's the same thing, too. I did it earlier. That's not Dave Barnick. You're Dave Barnick.
Well, that is not me.
He's a much better-looking character than you.
You could. What am I going to say to that?
Yeah,
But I did have the ultimate, should we say insult or compliment, earlier tonight.
I can't wait to hear.
When some guy said, "Way to go, Harold Weber," to me. And that, first I thought he was kidding, but he thought it was Harold Weber.
Well, I can see the resemblance.
Rebound, Bailey Mingus. What a night for Skylar Shawless, dominating scoring in the first half, and she has the basketball now. Into the game, first time is Haley Mills. And Skylar taking it to the
yeah, she hasn't
hole.
scored. Did she score this half?
No.
No.
Only taking one shot.
Yeah, but what a first half she had. Even if, she's probably not going to play a lot in the fourth quarter. But I think, and I said it before, I think she'll always remember that first half she had when the two teams are state ranked, and it's always better when the games are bigger. Sometimes you don't remember those. Yeah, we were playing that one team that was 2-18, but it's a good Romulus team she took it to tonight.
0 for 2 at the line. Parsons, no. Goes after it again, no. Loose ball, and Romulus comes away with it. Here's Sadie Mapstone driving through the lane, can't get it to go. And a jump ball, it'll be South Seneca's possession. You didn't answer me who you liked on the weekend football games coming up.
Well, first I got to tell everybody it was Dave Cornish over there, not Dave Barnick. Romulus grad. Second time I've done that tonight. But the football is interesting. I'm rooting for Pittsburgh and Atlanta. I'd like to see that. But I think Atlanta's going to go to the Super Bowl, and I think they're going to put some points up, and they got a good shot of winning it. But
Aaron Rodgers, phenomenal, huh?
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's had a great run. I think it ends this weekend. But, I don't know how you can bet against Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
Jenna McDonald feeling it, not getting it, and here comes Romulus the other way.
30 seconds left here, Dave. Who do you like going to Super Bowl?
Well, I don't want New England to win, but I suspect they will. But if they do, like most of America, I'll be anxious to see Goodell handing the trophy to Belichick and Brady.
Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting?
I like Atlanta this weekend too, but I'll be rooting for the Packers.
Yeah, it's a great story, the Pack winning all these games in a row to get to where they are. 10 seconds on the clock. See if South Seneca can finish with a bucket here.
We'll see if Shawless fires it up. There's only one on the court. Parsons.
Haley Mills has checked in the game for South Seneca.
Do you remember Haley Mills?
I don't.
Before your time.
Nope.
Joe Brewer would remember Haley Mills.
I see her right there, but you're referring to a different Haley Mills, I'm sure.
Yes, she was a big childhood actress. We're at the end of 3, 51-15, a 36-point lead after 3, and we'll be back with fourth quarter action after this.
This is And these are his two older brothers, Sam and Justin.
Save and look, Eli.
They just had a great idea.
Go! Go, go, go! Watch out!
Accidents can happen to us all. Applying Therascar immediately can help erase those memories one scar at a time.
Good luck to all of our student athletes this high school sports season.
Find the partner you've been looking for. Welcome to Generations Bank.
Fourth quarter action, just a few seconds into it. 51-15 South Seneca. Upcoming broadcasts, including next Friday, Jim Sinacropi and Matt Furkey doing the action. It's Wayne at Minders. What kind of team has Wayne got this year?
Wayne's got the third best team in the Finger Lakes East, and they got a couple young guards and a forward in Zanelovich. But they got a team.
We can't go on. There's no basketball.
That's right. The basketball is gone. It disappeared. There, Mapstone found it. So
they have a nice coach, too.
Billy Thompson. But, yeah.
I'm thinking the Pelmac coach. I really don't know the Wayne
Dan
coach.
Harris.
I apologize.
Dan Harris from Pelmac. But I don't expect it'll be a good game. Minders really hasn't been playing well, Dave. I mean, they're winning. But, you know, they played Mid Lakes the other night. They Waterloo and Penyan, and they're winning these games by 10 points and not looking real strong, not clicking at the right time of the season, that's for sure.
Bailey Mingus with a 15-footer from the baseline.
Into the scoring column.
Romulus working it on the perimeter. Unbelievable. They still are stuck on 15 points a minute into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this one can't end up fast enough for Romulus fans and Coach Damon Nicholson. It's just a bad night for them. But indicative of how they've been playing over the last week or so.
Now, Tuesday, January 31st, it'll be the Barnick and Korzeniewski show, or Korzeniewski and Barnick show. We're going to do that Waterloo Minders doubleheader again. Waterloo boys been racking up some wins.
I'd like to see the girls and boys here in Romulus and South Seneca do that doubleheader, Dave. That would be
We would too.
I know you've mentioned it before, but yeah, we got a doubleheader coming up in a week or so.
On Thursday, February 2nd, Clyde at Lions. That's always a good one. Clyde is one of the dominant teams in the area this year. And East Rochester at Clyde 6 days later, February 8th. Wayne at Pelmac, February 10th, Friday, as Lavarnway misses another free throw. And Tuesday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, Red Creek at North Rose Wolcott.
The single guys draw that game?
Well,
yeah, they
potentially.
Did. Sinacropi and Leahy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Kathleen doesn't want Jim around the house.
Is that right?
Yeah, no.
Hey, don't kick a guy when he's down.
I know. I just can't resist sometimes. It's so hard.
I still am miffed that you didn't say hello to me. And over it is Kenyon with the steal, throws up a runner and gets it.
You don't know how competitive I am. That's your problem. When I threw a bet out to you that I'd wear a South Seneca shirt to the game tonight if they had won, and I was going to give you a Minder shirt, you didn't even bite on it.
Yeah, I thought about bringing it, and
well, you didn't bite on the bet, so you can't.
I thought it was just a.
Well, it was a statement to add. It was a question, not a statement. I said, "Hey, I'll do this." And
you were playing mystery man that night, for one thing.
Well, if you had watched my daughter's JV game, you would have hid in the corner too. 55-15,
as Skylar. We don't know if we'll see her again.
I doubt it. But what a night she had.
She didn't score in the second half, but she didn't have to. It's a 40-point lead. And there's a foul on South Seneca. So those are the upcoming broadcasts. And, again, our very next broadcast tomorrow night from the beautiful Jack Guinan Gymnasium in Ovid, New York. South Seneca against the Romulus boys. Some changes. I think we'll save those for tomorrow night until I have a little more information on that regard. But it'll be the Romulus South Seneca boys in action.
And you know, we talk about those two teams being the bottom of their league. That's a big game for these guys involved. You know, you're not going to get the crowd support like you got tonight, but to those kids, that game means a lot. It's a rivalry night. You know.
And Parsons, check that, Baldomeni with the basket off the rebound miss. Yeah, number one, it's a rivalry game, and number two, it's a game that each team feels they have a chance to win, and that's not a case in a lot of the games this year.
Yeah, that's correct. You know, both teams think they can win. They both want to win it bad.
And the thing is, I might as well lay this out. I'm sure I'll mention it again tomorrow night. I watched South Seneca boys compete against Whitman, which is the league leader. They're not very strong either, Kevin.
No, the Finger Lakes West is down, and you guys might talk about that. But just watching Bloomfield go to Lions and lose by 40, and you know the scores outside of the league, the Finger Lakes West Finger Lakes West is struggling this year. Whitman happens to be the best team in the league, but you're not a strong league for sure.
So taking a seat and getting a nice hand was Mary Ellen Guerry. She may or may not come back. Nice move. Emily Masteller with the bucket for Romulus.
And we haven't had to call too many of those buckets, but it was a nice move by Masteller. Big kid inside, athletic. And I'll walk out of here. You know, that Mary Ellen Guerry played a great game tonight. She didn't really put it up, but she handled the ball. She fought with these South Seneca kids. And all really the Romulus kids, it wasn't for lack of effort, I don't think. You know, their effort was out there, and she kind of leads them in that. But they were just put anything in the bucket.
Hit by, just punched right in the face right at the beginning there with the torrid shooting, primarily by Skylar Shawless, and then Emily dominated the boards. Mackenzie Finenzio in the game for South Seneca, and then going to the hoop again is Masteller.
That's Brittany Burgess Post just checked in too, number 11 there.
So let me see. Do we have one starter on the two starters? Kenyon's
still in.
And Kelsey Shawless.
The seniors.
Yeah, Burgos Post.
Getting deep into the bench early here. 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, if you're still with us. 40-point Romulus lead, as you can see on our screen. And a lot of people here. I'm sure there's some South Seneca fans here thinking that they might put it to Romulus tonight, but not this bad. I'm sure most people are shocked in the stands as well, as we were. A good steal.
You know, I was looking at the Rochester Democrat and Chronicles top teams.
Yeah.
And they have a little item where it displays with a video in reverse order, does the going from 10 up.
1.
And South Seneca was number 2, and I'm like, really?
Small schools.
In small schools. The only team that defeated South Seneca, Aquinas,
small
is
school.
listed as a small
Isn't
school.
that a shame?
Yeah.
I was also reading, Jim Sinacropi does a great job with his tweet board last night, reading a tweet that was sent out from someone in the state. I can't remember. It's a common writer, blog writer, but talking about UPrep. If you don't know, this is a great read. But UPrep is a AA school voted upon by Section 5 because they're so talented. Division I player and a supporting cast around them. And they said you got to go play at AA. They petitioned the state to play at Class B, and they want it done this year. Their dean of students did. And it's not going to happen this year, I can't imagine, but even next year. And they petitioned Mary Ellen Elia and said, you know, we only have 450 in our beds, but they're a charter school. They're not a private school.
Yeah.
And I don't like any of it. Charters, privates, go play in your own. So when you say Aquinas is a small school, number one.
Right.
Aquinas is a small school, you're kidding me.
Give me a break. And during that op-ed, we had buckets by Masteller and Kelsey Shawless, respectively, one for each team. And
I get pretty fired up.
Masteller is getting fired up here, but
a little late.
No Emily Lavarnway in the game to contest
that's true.
Some of those shots in the middle.
Yep, but maybe gets her confidence back up, rolling for the next game. You know, they need something right now, Romulus.
Makes the first free throw. And it took them 3.5 quarters before they reached their 20th point. Whereas Schuyler had 20 points in the first half.
Yeah.
Nice foul shots by Emily.
A little mind-blowing when you put it that way, you know, that Shawless was outscoring Romulus until 4 minutes left in the quarter.
Well, I thought it was a gentleman's agreement that we had that bet on the jerseys, by the way. I want to go back to that.
You didn't bring it.
If you want to renege, fine. I'll see what I can find. I'll see what I can find in my son's room that you might wear. Here's the bomb. The shot from the hip is short.
Yeah, I started thinking about it. I didn't have a shirt that fit you. I was going to call Rod Verkey up, maybe find a shirt to fit you with minders on it.
Oh, wait a second here.
I know you've slimmed down a little bit, but you're tall. I was talking about your height.
Okay, thank you.
Don't be too sensitive on me.
Thank you for making up. And
great inbounds play. Guerry
to Gorlick.
To Gorlick. Nice little play. Getting some points here in the fourth quarter, the Romulus Lady Warriors.
I thought it was a tightly. Oh, here's a steal. I thought we might see more offensively from Podgorny tonight, but the game didn't dictate that situation either, as Kenyon's little runners know. Rebound up and in by Balameni.
It's a good little player off the bench for South Seneca. You know, as I watch this game, I see Mapstone in here. And I'm thinking, why she's still in? But I look down. Romulus only has 9 players on the team, so one of the starters has to remain in at the end. And it's Matt Stone's.
There's Podgorny's shot. No. Here's a shot from 15. Yes! By Brittany Burgos Post. And the fans like that one from a player that doesn't get in the scoring column very often.
Well, it's a good night for her. She's on Finger Lakes 1. It will be on YouTube forever. So she can go back and say, I was on that state championship
Here's the replay.
Team. And you should have seen this jumper I hit against Romulus.
From 16 feet.
2017. Nailed it.
Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Bringing shooters off the bench. We can nickname her the microwave down the stretch.
Do you know who they used to call the microwave?
Well, I know the original microwave. Vinny the microwave.
That's right. Very good.
Yeah, I see. You go back too far on me, but that's about as far as I can go back.
By the way, I know I may have mentioned this to you, but the arena in Sacramento.
Beautiful.
Just amazing.
Yeah, it blew your mind.
And I'll be going back for some 1 out of 2 for Sierra Steele.
Yeah, Sierra Steele's come off the bench and played pretty good for Romulus. Coach Damon Nicholson.
March Madness games at the Sacramento Arena, Golden One Center this year.
My favorite time of the year.
Driving Podgorny, laying up and in. She gets in the scoring column. She's the 10th Lady Falcon to get in the scoring column.
That's
tonight.
always a good thing for a coach when she can get on the bus or go home and take a drive and say, hey, I had 10 kids score tonight. It makes you feel good because you root for all of them the same.
And there's perhaps only, that was, I think, Guerry, right?
Yep.
With the
sophomore Brianna Guerry.
Was that? Yeah, that's the first 3-ball because we thought that first bucket tonight was a 3-ball for Romulus, and it was changed to a 2
by Calabrese, I think.
So with a minute 40
Calabrese
remaining.
hit a shot early, but yeah, that Romulus' first 3 by Brianna Guerry, whose mother was a Lady Falcon, correct, Dave?
I believe so.
Yeah, she was.
If I have that right. Driving and a foul, and the basket is good.
Nice shot.
Hey, next time you head out to see a movie, make it the Omen Theater in downtown Lyons. You'll love relaxing in the modern, renovated theater that has the old-fashioned charm and character the original house first opened in 1915. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Masteller's got in the scoring column. Who scored that one? Was that Emily again?
That was 15, Sierra.
Sierra Steele, her first hoop to go with the free throw.
Yeah, Masteller's playing good in this fourth quarter, but like you said, you know, without Lavarnway in there to contest her, but it's just a little momentum I think Coach Nicholson's trying to get going on here. You know, let's forget about this one, bury it in our memory deep and go on with the league and try to work on those sectional standings. Both these teams going into Section 5 as their favorites, both in C and D.
Air ball that time, running out the clock, driving the lane, nice move. And the layup made by Sadie Mapstone. That's her first field goal.
Yep, played the whole game. She struggled a little bit from the arc. Looks like she's a good shooter.
Yeah, she's been averaging over 11 a game.
Yep.
65-33, jump it up. Hey, Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stever's Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. South Seneca has it, and then they lost it, and driving down and laying it up and in is Mapstone. Getting a little closer to her season average, 6 on the game.
Yep. You know, and the difference is, watching this, Romulus has 2 starters out there, and South Seneca's cleared the bench completely, and some of the starters are taking advantage of that right now.
Finger Lakes Construction is the #1 post frame builder in New York State, providing complete building packages for a wide range of construction, including personal garages, commercial office complexes, municipal, equestrian, agricultural, dairy facilities, pole barns, and more. Visit them online at fingerlakesconstruction.com. And getting in the scoring column for South Seneca was Finenzio with a foul shot. Scramble, 10 seconds left. Jump it up, 8 seconds left. I want to thank Finger Lakes Construction, Jimmer's Auto, Stever's Garage, Ullman Theater, Farrar Lumber, Penny Place Family Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partners, and Red's Place. And some more thank yous in a moment. We're coming down to the finale. Romulus will try to get one more bucket, and they do, as Gorlick connects. But this game belongs to the South Seneca Lady Falcons in dominating fashion, romping over the rivals 66-37. Stick around for our post-game show. We're going to hope to get Skylar Shawless to join us right after these words.
Tonight's live broadcast of Section 5 High School basketball is brought to you by Generations Bank. Federal loans not enough to cover the cost of your college education? Learn more about the private student loans available through Generations Bank at mygenbank.com. Dr. Rod Littlejohn Orthodontics, celebrating over 30 years of smiles with style and proud to support our area high school athletes. TheraScar by 5-Star Medical. Like a cosmetic surgeon in a bottle, TheraScar is the most effective scar therapy product on the market. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo. Trust someone who lives in your community. It's a Wonderful Run 5K in Seneca Falls. It's a winter run like no other. Learn more at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place, serving great lunches daily in downtown Seneca Falls and $1 tacos every Monday night. Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Plan your next kitchen or bathroom remodeling project at ferraralumber.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant. Large portions and home-cooked meals in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo. Jimmer's Auto and Stever's Garage. Late model cars, trucks, and minivans on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Finger Lakes Construction, building structures for a wide range of applications with state-of-the-art design and flawless execution since 1969. The Omen Theater. Next time you head out to see a movie, make it at the Omen in downtown Lyons. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing. Building, maintaining, and hosting great websites for local businesses since 1999.
Bring it over here for a second. Can you put it on us, Jason? Here we are. We're with Skylar Shawless. Let me see those pearly whites, Skylar. Because what did you just tell me during that last spot?
Dr. Littlejohn was my orthodontist.
Whoops.
Dr. Littlejohn was my orthodontist.
Yeah. So that was perfect timing for a Dr. Littlejohn postgame show. And beautiful smile and a beautiful game,
Thank
Skylar.
you.
The Falcons dominated, and you were on fire tonight with your shot. In fact, I don't know if you've ever had a first half like that in your life before.
I don't think so.
And you know what impressed me, as much as your hot shooting in the first half, is how when they adjusted to you, you didn't force your shot in the second half, which I thought added to the dividends that your play showed tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
So these guys pushed you to the limit, 68-66 in Ovid early in the season. What were you told by Coach Mott, both Coach Motts actually, going into tonight's game, and what did you and your teammates think heading into tonight's action?
We knew that they play a fast game and they can get us like kind of scrambled, so we knew we had to settle down and play our game, or else it would have been taken away from us.
Now, as exceptional as you were tonight, and you were, Sister Kelsey played a great game. Emily dominated the boards. What else is new? But there was this other girl in the JV game who I thought played pretty well. Who might that be?
Logan?
Yeah, Logan was tremendous, your younger sister. So some of these people in the Finger Lakes West might be happy that your sister's graduating, but you could be well playing with another sister next year.
Definitely.
So where do you head? So you guys obviously didn't want to take any prisoners, so to speak, tonight after that close contest and the first one against Romulus. And did you talk it up all week? Were you guys like psyched or determined? What was the difference?
During our first game at Naples, we knew that we had to practice everything for this game on Thursday. Like our mental game had to be on. All of our passes, we had to fix everything because we knew this game was going to count.
Well, a sensational game by you and your teammates, our player of the game. Thank you so much, Skylar Shawless, and look forward to seeing you guys finish the regular season and the post game. Has it been tougher? What are the differences this year being state champions as opposed to last year trying to achieve that status?
A lot of the pressure, I think, and expectation. Last year we kind of thought that we would just take it game by game, but now we know that we did it last year, so we have to do it this year.
You think the motivation is as strong as it was last year?
Definitely. I think maybe even stronger.
But everybody's shooting for you this year.
Yeah.
You're not going to surprise anybody this year.
No.
Well, great effort. Enjoy the short ride back to Ovid, and thank you so much for joining us, Skylar Shawless. Tremendous game here tonight. And we'll just give you a quick rundown of the scoring and tell you that the final was 66-37. Mary Ellen Guerry with 5 points. This is all unofficial. Ashley Calabrese with a point. Brianna Guerreri with a 3-point basket, a total of 5. I had Danielle Gorlick with 5 points. 3 for Sierra Steele. Sadie Mapstone with 6. Emma Voorhees with 2. And Emily Masteller with 7, I believe. 1 for Kiara Woody. Nobody in double figures, Kevin, for Romulus. And South Seneca had 11 players scoring. 5, Jenna McDonald off the bench. 9 by Kelsey Shawless. 2 by Brittany Burgos Post. Emily Lavarnway with 9. 7 by Mackenzie Kenyon. 4 by Bailey Mingus. And Shawless, 20 points, all in the first half. 2 by Hannah Podgorny, 4 for Mary Kate Balameni. Mackenzie Finizio with a point. Jade Parsons with 2 free throws, 2 points. So actually, 66-37, a dominating performance. Skylar, the only player for either team in double figures, as it turned out, if my unofficial scoring is correct.
Yeah, it was a real slow second half for both teams. Romulus picked up a little bit in the fourth quarter. But game was over at halftime, 38-11. Skylar Shawless with a torrid night. 20 points in the first half, 4 3-pointers, didn't miss. She was on fire.
Yeah, dominating performance by the state champions, and a lot's expected of them. Skylar with a great post-game interview, really nice young lady. Want to thank you for making out. Again, we're so sorry for the mishap, a little injury by, not so little really, but Jim hopefully resting comfortably after banging his head pretty good here, setting us up as he does such an outstanding job. And we'll be back to Ovid tomorrow night. I will be anyway, as the boys go at it. And your next game in a week or so.
Yep, I'll be back for last regular season game in the greatest gym in Seneca County.
Or one of them anyway. But speaking, any final comments? Or are you ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll, Dave. I think we've said it all. We've seen it all. And 66-37 is enough said.
Yep. Thank you to all our sponsors, our lead sponsors, including Generations Bank, Finger Lakes Frost Fest coming up. The Theriscar and 5 Star Medical Group leads Dr. Rodney Littlejohn and FingerLakes1.com web development and hosting. So, speaking for Jason and Jeremy Hunt, great job, guys. Dennis Leahy, Kevin Korzeniewski, and our absent leader, Jim Sinacropi. This is Dave Barnick saying thanks for joining us. The final score from Romulus, South Seneca 66-37, I believe. And may the force be with you.